Hey, welcome to the Jetty Jet Show, Jetstream Love. It's Friday. I'm feeling like I'm freaking out right now. It's crazy in the morning. Friday, 10 o'clock, 9:54 a.m. And I am doing the Color Me contest results today. So, why am I freaking out? Because I've been up for the past 3 hours looking at drawings and then my Bluetooth started going crazy, and I'm like, and I get to work, so let's just get this out of the way. I don't know how this is gonna go. It can just crash and burn like NASCAR and Talladega Nights, or it can go really, really well. There's no one on the show right now because I didn't really put this out there for people to see, but you guys will see it later. I actually wanted to record this for you guys and then post it up, but looks like I won't be able to do that because I just don't have time. One of these days I'm going to retire from my freelance work and I can just focus on this. But as you can tell, I am crackety crack right now. My voice, that is. I know to crack. Crack's bad for you kids. Okay, so what are we doing? For those who do not know what's going on, I held well, for my last episode, I did this thing called the Beast Color Me, so I think that's what we'll call these little things we do, is the Color Me's. And this is the first of its kind. I'll also hold like Ink Me's. I think Sketch Me's is probably easier to say. So what I would do is I'd sketch it. I'd sketch like a rough draft of something, and then you guys would ink it. I think that would be really fun. But this one's kind of spontaneous. I just wanted you guys to color one of my drawings because somebody was asking for some lines to follow along with my video, and I just gave it out. But the problem with that is I haven't taught color theory and shading and all that stuff. So don't feel bad, if I'm like critiquing you guys too hard. I haven't really given you guys any tutorials for that yet. Although there are plenty of tutorials out there. I don't expect you guys to know everything, but maybe you guys do know everything. Who knows? So, what are the what's going on? Like, how does this contest work? Well, I draw something, you color it. I pick 3 to draw over, and these were going to be random, but I've discovered that I can pick, not random, because I started seeing the same problems. There are like 3 or 4 kind of reoccurring issues. I don't like to call them problems. I think they're just issues that you gotta overcome. These are just opportunities for you to learn. So look at them that way. So I picked 3 to show as an example, and I'm not picking on you guys, so don't feel bad if I chose you, and don't feel bad if I didn't choose you, because I know some of you will want me to choose you, because I mean, you know what I mean, you're getting help. If you're getting critiques, you're getting help. I'm trying to help. Okay, and then I will pick one person who I feel kind of achieved all of the I don't know, like the forms and everything's reads well, you know what I mean? Just the winner of the contest. The one I feel, it's my opinion, I don't think my opinion is better than anyone else. And it was really difficult. Really difficult. Trust me, I've never really had to judge anything. This is my first time, and it's so hard because there's so many good, outstanding submissions. I will pick one. Yes. And then I will give you that person a free drawing commission. It wouldn't be a commission because commissions are paid. I think that's what commissions are. Yes. This is just a draw. You guys request what you can request. The winner requests whatever you want me to draw. I'll do a sketch. It'll be a portrait or for full figure of your choice. It can be like anime, from a live show, from anything. I'll do it in my style, really quickly. But that's not all. No, sir. I'm full of surprises. I'm also going to pick one random. This will be random because I don't think it's fair that the best drawing gets the best, like reward. Doesn't make sense. Like you want to help, right? So I will pick one random person out of the bunch, and I'll give that person a redraw. Okay, so not a commission kind of drawing. It's a redraw. So basically, you will I'll pick from your gallery. So hopefully you're an artist. I'm gonna pick from your gallery, and I'm gonna redraw from your preference which character I draw again, like in my style. So one of your characters in my style. I think that would be kind of fun. And then while I would do that, I can also critique and show you how I would go about like approaching that drawing because you know what I mean. I can just pick out from your ideas and become inspired. So that's all been said and done. Let's take a look at some drawings. I know I said I'd do a shout out for the winner, but I don't think it makes any sense because you guys are already seeing each other's drawings. I'm not going to say anything. Just going to lie. Oh. Hey. Hmm. Oh. Hmm. Oh. Hmm. Hopefully you guys can see what's going on. Am I just showing nothing? Am I just showing nothingness? Oh no. Can't be. No, I'm not. I should have reviewed, make sure that you guys are seeing stuff. I don't know if you can even hear anything. It'd suck if I. Let me do a little sound check because I don't have anybody in the show right now to tell me if you guys can hear me. Testing, 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 testing. This is Jet. This is Jet. People, can you read? I'm sorry, people who are watching this later. I know I sound. Oh, hey. Well, hello. This is Jet. Testing, testing. Come on. What's going on? I'm just gonna have faith that it was showing. So I'm just gonna continue. These are some of the submissions. Alright, alright. And my computer's so laggy right now on this. I've been. Huh. Have I been disconnected? It says I'm live. Yeah. Alright. I'm good. I'm good. I see it. I see it. I see that. I see that they're showing on the other screen. So everything's good. Let's keep going. Yeah. So I have a lot of submissions. I think like 25 or something like that. And I was pretty excited. Like, this is crazy. You guys are submitting art. I don't get it. You guys actually did it. Cool. So thankful, you guys, for participating. So let's start off with let's go right into the drawovers. Let's see who I picked. Okay, I'm going to show you who I picked for the drawovers. Okay, let me just change the screen here. Boom. Change. There we go. Okay. Hi. This is for testing. I'm going to go to this screen now. See if that showed up. Because I know a lot of times I'll always talk and then it's not showing what I'm drawing. And I don't want that to happen. I better figure it out now before it's too late. Let's drink something. My voice is crazy. Sorry. Sorry for drinking stuff live. Oh, yes, it is sharing. Cool. Cool. That's awesome. And also can see your comments. You guys are commenting. Alright. There we go. We can move on with the show. Drum roll, please. And we have Beast Colors by Drowning Lemon. Congratulations. You are the first redraw over. What does that mean? Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? I don't know. It's up to you to decide. I honestly think it's a good thing. So what do I do? What are the first thing? I don't know. I picked yours because I've seen this kind of a similar issues with yours. First of all, let's start off with the good. I think it's always nice to start with the good. We start with the good. The good. Your drawing is very, very pleasant, very pleasing to the eye, and I just, yeah, it looks really nice. I really like the colors that you've chosen. So good job on you for that. And all the forms are reading nicely, very, very rounded. So they look, you know what I mean? That just means they look 3D. I picked yours because the values are all really light. So the colors are all really light. And you fall under the almost there category. Just like right almost there. You just need a little nudge. Okay? I thought that was a good place to start. Almost there meaning you've got everything down. You just need to push just a little bit more. And I think it would make it pop out a lot if you just dive in all the way. And I think your category is probably I'd say the easiest to work with because you know you've got something going for you. So good job for you for that. So what am I talking about? There are a couple like yours, and I'll point out the ones later on. After we do all the drawovers, which ones are the I don't know what to call them, lights. I guess lights. Like things seem a bit soft. Things could be punched up a little more, and and it's there. So we'll call them the soft category, and yeah. So how can what can I do to improve this? First of all, yeah, I like the color. They're great. They're great. So I like the colors and they harmonize well. Shadows looking good. Just punch them up a little more by adding some harder shadows, because at the moment I can't really tell where the light's coming from. It's more like an ambient kind of. It's really bright everywhere. If you just go right into the crevices and just paint in. Let's see here. Paint in. Color picker. So I'm just gonna I'm not gonna do everything. I'm just gonna show you an example, maybe of a portion, because I do have to get to work. I love you guys, and I thank you guys for doing this. But yeah, so I'm just gonna set my. Excuse me. Hey, Severe, you turtle. Can you let me know if you can hear me? Okay. I'd really appreciate it. Oh, I know. Duh. Hold on. I have earphones, and I can hear. Yeah, you can hear me okay. I got it. I got it. I got it. Okay. So, yeah, watch this. If you were to look at the value scale, from black, the darkest, all the way down to the lightest colors, um, this is a really quick value scale, and it should be black and white for you guys. And then the white would be white, right? Um, it would probably uh, be better if I used 10, but this is faster. So right now you're playing around here. You're playing around here. It's kind of a safe mode, but it's okay because you're at the stage where you can just layer things and continue to progress moving forward. There's no real like issues where I need to pull back, which is a really basically what it is. It's kind of the safe zone. So it's good that it's easier to progress from this stage. So yeah, I wouldn't sweat it too much. Um, and yeah, just there we go. So what I'm doing, I'm just putting in these kind of I don't know what they're called, contact shadows, cast shadows. Yeah, cast shadows. And I don't want to say be bold about it because that sometimes is just like what the hell do you mean be bold? Just be bold. Yeah, just add in. Don't be afraid. How about that? Don't be afraid. No. Yeah, don't be afraid of putting in like larger areas of shadow. You can be like that. You could be like that. You know, like this. It looks really bright right now. And I don't think I'm being bold enough. I don't think that's a dark enough color. I'm gonna go a little bit darker, little bit darker. Okay, and I'm using this reddish tone. I could use a bluer tone. Let's do a bluer tone. See? Maybe not. Maybe not. No. Let's go for a purplish tone. Yeah. Sure. Why not? Why not? Let's desaturate it. Desaturate it. This isn't a color theory demo. Um, it's kind of a draw over type of thing. So basically what I'm saying is hit those areas with darker shadows to really pop it forward. Let's just, you know, some in here, and that's what I meant by it's the easiest to fix. I think. I don't think it's a fix. I think it's just you need to continue to work on it and bring out the lights by darkening your shadows. Darker shadows. Your lights are good. I wouldn't go any lighter than this. Um, just adding those few shadows will help push the drawing more. Like that. See? You can get a great spot. I know you're doing there. I can see the shadows. Like I gotta pull back. You can see the shadows. They're there, but definitely they can be stronger. Right. So now by adding those cast shadows, I kind of have a sense that the light is coming from like this area here. And also notice how this part right here, how the light hits here, but not up here. You had the light hitting here and then here and then here, which shows a lot of light changing in form, which is nice. But you also want to play up the hair a bit, otherwise you start to flatten out the drawing because it looks like a flat gradation from color picker. Okay, yeah, from, looks like it's just changing into like a flat shade going that way. So just pull up the lights by like that. See? Adding some of those. So now if you pull back, see how it looks rounded? If I just hit those areas with lights just like you did with the body, and I did it in a kind of a 2D flat style, but you get the point. You get the point. I like how you're adding textures, and they're nice and subtle. They follow the form too, so that's really nice. That's good to see. Yeah, definitely add some of these. Maybe help the hair jump out at us a little more. I don't want the hair to jump out. So, yeah, like that. Thanks, Veer. I'm not sure if I'm saying your name right. Sorry if I messed it up. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I like your color scheme. The color scheme you got going, and the value. If I squint my eyes, another way to check your values is to put this. Right click on this layer and go to new correction layer and go to hue saturation and turn on the saturation all the way. So that's cool. That's a nice color scheme. I like how you're staying like kind of within this middle area, so it's not too punchy. You know what I mean? So good job. Let's move on to the next one. There we go. Here we go. This one is a great example of. Oh, yeah, this is by the Chicken Lad. This is a great example of also almost there, but can use work. Can use work in balancing out the lights, because right now I can't tell really where the light's hitting strongest. The major issue here that I see is the lights and the darks. They're too contrasty, too punchy, meaning they're going from dark to light really fast, and there's just a lot of them. So if you watched any of my like rendering videos, I'm not sure if I talked about it, but I really reserve where the light's hitting, so it gets weaker as it recedes. That means the light is strongest up here. So if it's bright up here like this, let's just push it up a little. If it's bright up here like this, you wouldn't use the same brightness down here. That's what I'm saying. And basically what I'm saying is I'm seeing the same brightness. Let me see this. See how this one is completely bright all over? It just seems like a strong light just hitting in one way. So it's not like there's just one way, like, oh, how you're able to do it here and not able to do it here. I guess a better way of putting it is it looks like in small areas it's transforming into dark too fast. Like it's transforming, like, so dark, I mean light, and then dark, light, dark, light, dark, light, dark. And it's transitioning too fast everywhere. Like, so it's getting from this value to this value. A better example would be an exaggerated example would be like, okay, if I were to paint that value scale again, I won't do it every time. You're basically jumping from the dark to like a mid. Let's go a little darker, maybe right here. Everywhere, like it's going dark, mid, dark, mid, dark, mid, dark, mid, dark, mid, dark, mid. There's not really a transition. The reason why the other one's able to pull it off, like I said, the colors are hanging out. I mean the values, the shadows are hanging out closer together, so they work. They work because they can keep going. keep going forward. In your case, and this is a common issue, is you wanna pull back, slow it down, slow it down. I guess we would call this high contrast, punchy. Yeah, punchy. I think that's the word. Let's do punchy, punchy, soft. Oh, you already saw. It's just coming up. So yeah, if you, oh, and by the way, I like the color scheme, red and green, and it's a lot of red, I mean a lot of greens, and then the yellow, which is a neighbor of green, and then a nice red. And I love your color choices, really cool. Um, and I do like how you're emanating light from center out to make things look rounded. Okay, so like the other one, we can use, we can punch it up again with some more shadows, some darker shadows, like in those crevices, like how you see how this hair goes in underneath this shoulder, same spot as the other one. Or take this, go darker, and let's go darker. This. So for cast shadow, we could use your value right here. Like these colors right here would be cast shadows. These colors would be great for cast shadows. Let's put this to multiply. And I think that's what's going on here, is that these colors, they jump right into the darks too fast. So like they would be more suitable for the cast shadows. This is turning super saturated. There we go. Yeah, you can punch them up. All I did was set it to multiply. Form shadow into cast shadow like this. Just punching it out like that. Now, since that's going to be a cast shadow, so always think about things in 3D form, like the light like hits the top area and then it turns into the shadow. So yeah, a term our teachers would use is spotty. So like this light and then shadow, light shadow, light shadow, light shadow. It would be considered spotty. So like, let's go back down to this one. I'm just gonna blend it in using a brush and extending the bright colors out further, so it's not so spotty. Like transitions are less noticeable. Like see this deep shadow in there? Just don't feel like the cast shadow would be there. Now, why is this light here? Let's put it. Oops. Why is this form shadow? How can this form shadow right here be dark like a cast shadow? It's because it turns into it's the midpoint of the form, which turns into the cast shadow. So the cast shadow would drop underneath, and then what would happen underneath is reflected light hitting like this. Not so bright. You don't want the reflected light to be the same shade as the light side. So we would hit it slightly like this. And that's getting more advanced again. I don't want to make it too advanced. So yeah. And it looks really crude, like rough, but I'm just trying to go as quickly as I can. You guys take notes. I'm not trying to finish anything, and I don't want to get too caught up in these drawings either. But I'm just trying to explain how these shadows can be a certain color in one area and not in the others. So yeah, it seems spotty, like this light's hitting here, and then this light's here. I don't know, like pull the, see how I just removed those lights? Now it's clear that this is light and this is shadow. And if you were to add shadows and stuff in this area, it would be so subtle. They have to play within like the families of darks and families of lights. On this side, I can get a little brighter if I wanted to. But it stays within the light side. But if I go into the darks, it's a little harder to pull off. So yes. Same with the dark. The dark side, we've established this is the dark side. We can punch it slightly darker. We can punch it slightly darker. Let's go a little darker using this brush. So like, there we go. Like this. Let's just do an example. Like I can just, you know, like hit them like that. I wouldn't do that, but you get the picture. It's using the it's using the darks on the dark side. So you're pushing darks to be even darker and lights to be even lighter. After establishing, so darks, pushing your darks even darker, and then bringing your lights even lighter. And that's how you play with the value. So if I use this area here and I pulled out the lights, these darks in here are pretty much as dark as it's gonna get in here, like this area. I know it's really pixelated. If I wanted to go lighter, I would hit it with the lights on here like this, but this would be the dark I can use. If I put in this dark, it's going to be a little too dark, and it becomes a fold, like a crease. See? That's what I'm trying to say. So like if on the other side, we can go darker, but shadow has a lot of bouncing light going into it, so it's going to be what this value is. So this is a nice color that you have here for the shadow, and I wouldn't play around too much. I was just trying to say like darks even darker, like so like this. We can hit even black because that's in the shadow. So the shadows in the shadow, they're not really shadows, these are contact shadows, basically, or forms touching another form, you know. So like this one right here, a lot of comic books, they'll do it where they just like pitch black. That's because they're using black and white and they want things to pop forward. But in this case, you would use this color here and go over here like this. And that would be your new cast shadow. But I wouldn't use that color. I would use this color. And we're not seeing it. We're not seeing it because the lights. Pull out the lights. You don't need to keep going darker. It's in the light area. You can do lighter. See? Yeah. So the spottiness. Back to the spottiness. This light, like okay, for example, the light's hitting here, it's bright, but this one's receding away from us into, it's turning, right? And it's hitting the light over there, and it's like the same brightness, and it's a small little patch, so it's getting spotty. So what I would do is extend the shapes of the lights on this side, see, more, all the way until you have some here and it's just hitting it barely like that. So more lights like that. Oh, hey, what's up, Mike Colin Lisenberg? Please paint of black. Please do color me more. Oh, um, Jack DB, I'm late. Frosthead Tech, as a known. Nice to have you guys here. Thanks for joining me. Um, what else? What else? What else? What else? Okay, yeah. So like this one here, again, you can see how the light's hitting here, and then some here. It's let's see. It's changing the direction of the lights now. So the light, oops, the light should stay consistent with your initial like direction. Like you want to set it up like coming this way, so this side should, the left side should be the darker side, right? Like this. Sorry to paint over things. Um, but yeah, again, like this side here, like this. See how it's underneath? This side would be more lights hitting here. Oh, I should have painted on a new layer. But yeah, yours, I see this a lot, is where like I would see like blotches of light here, blotches of light here, like this, and then it would look like the forms are kind of rounding off, just in kind of like, I guess, in a metallic manner, and that gives it like kind of a contrast, like a high contrast look, where it's just like dark to light everywhere. So like try to lay down a tone of light first, like this. Or what am I trying to say? I guess what you did was you made everything dark, and then you started emanating light from the forms. So if you were to do that, I guess what you would do is spray, pull out more lights. So let me show you here. Pull more lights out on the forms, so that it doesn't look like you're dancing around in shadow, like this color isn't the cast shadow. So if I round it all off like this here, just giving it more light like that. See how that's bright? See how this is bright, and then it's like mid-tone and it's shadow? Let's have that light go all the way like this. See? Let's have that light go all the way. Let's add more light. Basically, I'm learning as I'm explaining this, so sorry if I'm like confusing the heck out of you. But what I'm seeing is the light exists, the spottiness is happening because the light is dying too fast, and it naturally wouldn't happen like that unless it's a certain kind of material. I don't know what kind of material, but let's see what kind of material. Clay. It seems kind of clayish. I don't know, but okay. So notice, like, you have some light here, and it just stopped right there. So what I've done is I've simplified it to these big shapes of one big light and then some shadows, some smaller shadows, the form shadows. What you've done is it looks like there's the highlight, the middle tone, and then the shadows. Highlight, middle tone, shadows. And this highlight turns into like a speck light. The speck light, which is the brightest of the brights, like this. And you want to be reserved with those. Like really see how that's, if I just did like everywhere, it's just he seems really like glossy. I guess that's an exaggerated, yeah, that's basically an exaggerated um explanation of what you're doing, is that you're doing that, but in a very soft, like, okay, if I were to take that and I were to take these this this blending brush, and I blended it down like this. That's basically what I'm getting from that. So if you add those bright ones right there, it becomes spotty. So be reserved with it. And then if you were to do it, those brights would be limited to only some areas. So here, here, here. Um, Pretty much it. I would leave it at that. Like, not much. Maybe one here. See how it looks like this shouldn't be so bright. Like, kick it back, kick it back. This is the brightest. It's kind of like where do you want your eye to fall, and where's the focus? Reserve the brightest points for where you want the focus to be. I usually put it right there on the face, the nose, because our face has oils, and it makes our skin glossy. And of course, we have sweat pores too, makes our body glossy. But usually, I go brightest up here, and then like second brightest here, and then maybe the metals, yeah, like that. So yeah, I just expanded the light, and same with the hair. This would be the equivalent of the highlights, and this would be the shadows. So I would remove those darks. Remove those darks. And see how these darks, these darks are all like on the rim of the hair. Try to keep it one color like this until you're ready to add in some shadows. So like, I don't think there's anything wrong with how dark you're choosing. It's just the placement. You're placing it everywhere. So just painting out the darks. Painting out the darks. See? So I just lightened it up a bit. Because the form doesn't turn all over the place. Like, let's see here. Like the darks, it's getting really dark because it's telling me there's a dramatic turn, like, and that happens, like, I guess, like, imagine like a pipe, like a metal pipe, right? It's really bright on the top, like chrome, and then it turns into the form. Imagine it. Why don't I just draw over it? And so like, it's bright down the center, and then it spins around the other side, and it gets dark on the edges. And those darks are really dark. That means it's turning back into itself, and that's the value you're choosing, and that gives it that spotty feel. So I would just pull back a bit like that, and reserving those darks for the cast shadow color, like this. Your darks would be the cast shadows, and let's see here. I would limit them to an area a large area, something that I had to learn and practice is not being afraid and just choosing an area to be blocked off. Like you can block off this whole area and later pull back a little bit like this. See? So it looks like it's coming out from the darkness. See, if this is the darkness of that cash out, meaning the light's blocking his head. I mean, yeah, the light's, no, his head's blocking the light from the hair, so it's producing this shadow. You wouldn't use this same color like all around everywhere. See? It's kind of like um, it's kind of like drawing lines. Like imagine lips, right? Like when you put lipstick on, you put it on the lips, right? But you don't want to take like a black pencil and draw around the lips. You know what I mean? That's what's happening. You don't want to draw around the form like that. It just doesn't look right. So, I just painted this because the light hit here and it turns over that way. If the light hit here, does it turn over that way? Not quite. It's hard to say. So like, okay, if this is the shape of his head, look here. Look. It's gonna turn right around there. Right? Think of it as a ball, right? It's gonna be brightest here. This is gonna be your turn here. And it's gonna curve down like this. Like that. That's how the light's gonna hit. So yeah, I'm gonna hit some light here, here like this. See, like this. But I wouldn't put it over here unless you see a hair strand coming out. You know, like a really big hair strand that came out by itself. Then it would start making that strong cast shadow. But yeah, so far we don't see the lines for that, so we're just gonna keep it. See how it is? If I'm doing that, it cuts right into the form and messes it up. It seems like there's a round form. These hairs are all unified, and then you break it up with this big old shadow here like that. So yeah. And take my words with a grain of salt. I don't think I'm an expert. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you wanted to do whatever you wanted to do it. I don't care. Maybe you're right. I'm just putting my 2 cents in. Take it or leave it. Voice problems. Voice issues. Yo, yo, yo! Hairlining has always been a struggle for me. Hey, Jet, are you planning on critiquing only this coloring? No, there's gonna be more coloring. Let's do more critiquing. Okay, and finally, the biggest, most important thing to keep in mind is pull away from the dark shadows, because you're going into dark shadows, playing around with the light shadows. They're so close together, and that's what's making things contrast. It's what I said. It's like you're at the dark, you're at this dark value here, and then you jump right into these lights here. See these shadows here? Again, they're all over the place. So like this really bright light here, and then it goes dark, and this bright light here, it goes dark. Consider going into just sticking around with the lighter areas, and then slowly adding your darks, but being very limiting where you place those dark shadows. Okay, so like this. See, I'm just painting it away. Just painting it away. That's all. Those darks would be dark like the darks, almost like the contact shadows, where forms touch each other. That's how dark I feel they've gotten. And let's try to be a little more neat about it. Okay, let's be a little more neat about it. I'm just painting away so that I can add them back in. I will add them back in. Alright, now I'm going to use what you got, but I'm going to use in between. Not quite this one, but this one. This one's going to be the shadow. I'm taking this one here. Just being softer with it. See? Not quite as dark. See, I pulled away. So now we can see more of the form. It's not getting into this darkness. If you squint your eyes, it's really dark. Like I see like some light hitting here, and then it's a bunch of shadow. It's almost black if you close your eyes. I mean, squint your eyes. Let's put a little hue saturation layer over here. Zoop. Yeah, that's really dark. So what I've done over here is I've pulled out these lights. You see how I'm playing within the lighter sides? These grays are definitely a lot darker than the skin tone here. But within the dark tones, they're still visible. You can still see the detail. Then, when I want to add in those contact shadows, or yeah, just really dark crevice shadows, you're gonna use your shadow and go into it like this with a hard pen. This. See? So the transition is a lot more subtle, and I still wouldn't be like so crazy about it, like here, 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 here. Otherwise, it's gonna get spotty again. So figure out which area is getting the most, like getting the darkest. So like, okay, let's just use yeah, dark. So if this is the darks, it's all in this patch here, right? Because it's in the corner of the hip dress, hip belt. It's gonna be like that, and I'm gonna hit with some more darks here, but I'm gonna be even less there and even less here, barely anything there, you know. But we can use a big patch up here, you know. But it slowly gets less and less coming down. Always playing with that weakening of light. It just gradates. I think that's how you say it. Gradates. Grade 9s too. Grade 10s to 12, high school. Everybody. So yeah, just first of all, I would take a lighter tone. So this one, you got this one going here. Go about this much back into the light. And no, maybe not. Just a hint. Go here. Pull it slightly, just a hair, and those are shadows. Those are shadows. Those are shadows. Stay closer towards the light, and use that. And that's what I was saying about. Did I close it already? About drowning lemon. You're at the point where you are playing with the lights, so it's safe if you're playing with the lights and then adding the darks in later. It's really harder to I know I do it a lot. It was where I make everything dark and I pull up the lights. It's a little more difficult to do. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So keep that in mind, and I'm going to point out the list, show you guys how these problems are happening over and over again. So remember, this one was too soft, not enough punch. See? Give it some punch. Some fruit punch. Looking a little thirsty. Punch. and I'm just slapping them on there. You know, I don't like people ask, how do you know? How do you know where the shadows are? I a friend asked me that the other day, and I part of it is just making it up. Like it just has to look believable. The other part is, you know, is really understanding how light works and being subtle with it. And it's always good to start small and then build from it, than just like, you know, slapping it on and going all the way. Um, yeah, I get caught up. I get caught up. See, I'm putting these lights here, and it can be different. It can be different for every drawing. Like last time I blocked this whole area out. That's when I won't. Um, I'm seeing this area getting darker. So if that's getting darker, why not do this side darker and this side darker? Just to punch it up a bit. And this side, cast shadow. There. I think because I didn't really do much. So punch it up a bit. Don't be afraid to add darker values. And what we have next? We have this one. This one by Damn Alicon. Damn Alicon, thank you for your submission. This is crazy. This is crazy bold. A lot of darks, a lot of lights. It's very interesting. It definitely stands out. And I think it can work. I think it can work. It's cool. Black hair, black legs, and then like a red body. That's kind of cool. Red and black is a nice color scheme actually. But what do we think? What do we say? Like, what do you think is wrong? Like, what is not wrong? What kind of things can you improve on this? The first thing that stands out, it's overexposed. And that just means it's just too bright. It's almost like the last one, but even more extreme than that. Like super bright against super dark. If you like it, run with it. Like, don't even worry about what I say. But for me, I wouldn't have the lights hitting the darks like that. I mean, lights sitting right next to the darks like that. Especially for, like, for example, the hair. If the hair is black, I don't think the hair would get white, like pitch paper white next to the black. So I'm going to put on a multiply layer, and I'm just going to take a mid-tone, which I'll just use this one here. This here, right here from your hair. And I'm just going to, since you gave me a PNG, I can just overlay it like this. This one flat color. And there's the holes in the eyebrow, so that's why you're seeing that. So let me get you some background color. Use white underneath there. And then I'll blend that layer with this one, and it fills in the holes. So just by putting in that color, I've blocked out and given him some value. Now he has tones to work with. I don't think I use this kind of white for anything except for like shiny gold. I mean, shiny like metallic material, or maybe glossy material, like maybe for the eyes. If I want to go really super like pop anime kind of thing, I would do it for the hair too. But yeah, it's just white, too much white. And I've seen a couple like this where the colors are just super strong, super bright against super dark, right next to each other. So to tone it down, it's just I just put one flat layer like that over everything. But even still, it's the value scheme isn't working. So let's see, how would I do this? Put a new one. Ah yes, I'll go and do a new multiply layer. Okay. Okay. So when I go bright, I wouldn't go white, pitch white, and if I go dark, I wouldn't go pitch black. Stay in between. So I'm gonna go to your layer, and I'm gonna raise the brightness like this, so I can have some midtones. Because right now I'm getting pitch blacks in your hair, so I'm gonna go up like this. See, maybe right about there. See how this darker hair is no longer like pitch black. So raised it up like that. So, and I got this hue saturation layer just by hitting Control U for Windows, Command U for Apple users, and I'm using Manga Studio. First thing, block in one tone for the hair. Like lay down some solid colors. Because I think you're playing with the, let's not use multiply. Let's just use the regular flat normal normal mode. Yeah. Oops. What's wrong with this? Oh, I'm picking from the layer. Okay. Great. So that's that. Yeah. One flat color for everything. And go back and watch my like how to like ink paint, the one that I used to tell you guys about the competition. And I'll show you guys a little breakdown. Fill in your colors. So choose one tone. And once you got that, same with the skin. Don't go into whites. Use one flat tone. See, get rid of the whites. So all the colors are next to each other. All the colors are, yeah. Oops. Because I'm painting like directly on it, you gotta kind of see it in abstract sense. I just have to imagine the lights are still there. Okay. So that would be my skin tone. And since I raised everything up, everything's in the midtone now. There's no real darks and real lights. Again, this area here is so dark. I think, yeah, maybe a little bit lighter than that. I'll use that one. So if you wanted to have like black hair, I think that would be black, just desaturated a little bit. And that would be the equivalent of black. Like it's about the emotion that you're conveying. Like you don't have to use literal black and literal white when you want things to be white. Um, there's this stupid like dress Tumblr thing that's floating around. Not Tumblr, I don't know, Twitter. I don't, anyways, it's like from the White House. Somebody wore like a white dress and well, a blue dress, and it looked all white and gold or something like that. And they're talking about how it looks like the white looks like it's blue and it's actually blue and stuff like that. And I was just like, man, it's because the picture's crappy, okay? And that's why you can't tell what color it is. But it's been floating around. It's really popular. It's trending right now. But my point is that white can be blue. Like you can use the color blue and say that's white. Like for example, right now, like this white pants right now, it looks. You click this, it's like a grayish color. It's not even way over here. It's over here, and it's purplish gray. But over here, it still looks white. It's under the condition it's in, the context it's in. It's like seeing the shadows. Like if you were to hold a white piece of paper in the shadows, I would use a purple to express a cool shadow. Depending, if you want like a warm shadow, give it a reddish tone, and then white can be red. So right now, white in this context is a dark grayish purple. If that makes sense. So going back to the hair is black only because I say so. Like you look at this, you're like, oh, he has black hair. Like it's just dark greenish. It can be black. It can be reddish black. See? If I wanted to make purple black, it would be black. It's the expression that I'm getting from it. Yeah, Yohito Sensei, the dress story is crazy and it's spread, and I want to do a video about it. Like I have a lot to say about it because I think a lot of artists too, because I deal with it every day. Like every day. Like I'm constantly painting and looking at how colors like I said, is this white? This looks white, right? That looks white. You go over here, no, it's really dark. It's a dark purple. Like it's all within context, and color is relative, and that just means it depends on what's next to it. And in the photo, that dress story, it's dumb because the photo is gold and white. It's really gold and white. It's just a bad photo. That's what it is. If you were standing next to the person, you would see blue and black. The dress is blue and black, but the photo is reading gold and white. And then they color corrected it to try to fix it. No, they didn't. All they did was like change some sort of settings, and then it went to like it looked like the gold and white in a shadowy setting. So it's just a bad photo. It's what people are looking at. You can't base it off of that. Yeah. Anyways, that's that. So yeah, I'm playing like everything's like in, I'd say darker mid-tone. So that's mid. If I look over here, it's pretty much black. It's a mid-tone. I want to begin pulling out lights now. Let's pull out the lights. I won't use color dodge. I'm just gonna paint right on top of it. So if I were to take this skin color and lift up the color, lifted it up. Let's go a little more saturated. So I don't want it to just get brighter. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna pick that color. I don't want it to just get brighter. I'm gonna also make it some more saturated. A little bit, not too much. So I'm gonna do that. And this is difficult. It's not easy to do. To do this, it takes practice. So it's drawing backwards. That's I think what a lot of people are trying to do with the spray can, because it's getting like you're lifting out. For example, these shadows. I think what happened is you painted the lights in. You didn't paint the shadows in. You painted the lights in. So you pulled it out with like a soft, round, soft brush, like a spray can here. For this, I'm going with this brush here, the transparent brush, and I'm just gonna paint in the lights, so it's opposite. See this area? See this area? The bigger the gap I leave between this area and the shadowy area here, that's the bigger the turn. So this was the light and it started turning into the shadow there. If it went over here, less turn. See? So now it's this, and it's just a small little turn here, and it starts turning into itself right here. I think I would use that more. So big, broad, light areas. See? So if I were to do it exaggerate, I would use all this light, like this. This would all be light. See, if you pull back, you're like, oh, that's light and that's shadow. And matter of fact, I like that better. And then you can go in and place in some of the shadows in between. Some. Not like this, because the light hit strongest, therefore the light's going to be strongest down the center. See? Okay. So this is a dramatic light. If you're gonna see these strong, like I was saying, you shouldn't be doing it here. Why am I doing it here? It can work. It's for dramatic lighting. So lights hitting from the top, and we would be very limiting our lights, like very limiting. Let me show you how limiting it is. Let me show you how limiting it is. Yeah, some maybe for his nose, maybe for his cheeks, like that, you know. Let's go even brighter. Oh, shoot. Yeah. What I'm saying is basically he's emerging from the darkness. This area right here, I feel like there's too much light, because we would see the form. Squint your eyes. Squint your eyes. You see how the light here hits the top? And then it curves down to the abs. Light hits the top, curves down. Maybe catch a little bit right there. But let's see how if I did that. How did that pop out so far? It's curving away from us, like downwards. If he had his stomach out, like, it would work. But I would use a lighter light like this, and it would be only the top areas, and this would be rounded off. Because that's how our body works. If you look at it from the side, it curves like this, and it comes out like this again. You know, I'm trying to. This is a side view, so side view comes down like this, and then if you're just like slouching, this is the lower abdomen, like this. And the light would hit here hard, and then there would be a bunch of shadow here. and the light would hit here again. This would be the collarbone. See nipples, just to show you guys location of everything. Um, so yeah, it's constantly this motion. See, but it's these two major ones first before you worry about the little ones on the abs, and that would be more subtle changes in light. Let's go back. Dumb. I gotta get to work, guys. So this is gonna end very soon. Okay, so yeah, the light hit here pretty strong, and I want it to be brighter on the shoulder, so I'm gonna pull it out a little bit more. The shoulder, just make it like right there on the edges. Maybe right here, maybe up here for the collarbone. Again here for that turn. See how I just created that turn just by adding that light? This curve here is suggesting that there's a turn, but if I add here, like, oh, so it went light, dark, darker. See? Just by adding that light there. And that's all the lights I need because of these exaggerated shadows. That's what I meant by this is how you would make those contrasty shadows work, is if you have limited lighting. Like I have a really strong light above his head. It's close to him. It's like a light lamp or something. And it's dark everywhere else. It's going to be really moody. You know. So yeah. And something as dark as this for his hair, it's really difficult to pull out some it's hard to pull out the lights in the hair. If it's this dark, it'd be difficult, right? I would approach that with the, first of all, blotching it. See how I'm going to use this bright color here? That's still black. Let's use this one. Yeah, that's still black. Just by hit this. And I'm hitting the top sides like that. But that's just suggesting that there's some movement going on inside the hairs. I can keep going on and go crazy if you wanted to. But the lesser it is, I think the more effective it is to say how dark it is. And yeah, what if I just did that white, like, just out, like, now that only happens if his hair's like greased up, like to the max, like with like hair grease, like it just wouldn't work. Glossiness. I mean, it works in like very comic-y kind of styles and stuff. But at the brightest, I would go probably maybe right there. You know what I mean? So yeah, what did I do? See how, okay, see how this shadow here, guys? This shadow here is this color, and this shadow here is this color. I'm not even talking about color, I'm talking about value. I think this side's darker. Okay? Keep your eye over here. This area here. If I clicked on my shadow, it's right there in the center. If I clicked on this shadow over here, see how it shifted to the left? Better way to see it is if we just made everything black and white, right? My voice is so terrible today. Okay, anyways, back to the drawing. So, what I'm saying is, get this color over here. Let's color picker from the layer so that it gets the, oh, this one. Okay, anyways. Let's just do it. You know, my brain thinks and I don't say anything. And that's all. That's all that's happening right now. Okay, it thinks and I think I'm doing stuff, but I know I'm not saying anything. It's crazy. Okay. So what I'm saying is the darkest of the darks should be the same all throughout. Okay, should be the same throughout. Like if I think this is going to be the darkest part of the body, that means nothing else can go beyond that point of darkness. If I said the opposite, if this is the darkest point, then there can be more darks available other places. There can be more darks in other places. And that would continue to punch it even further, going to the darks. See? And I think that's the direction we would go. So if you look at this one, it's like I'm playing it safe. Like I'm still playing it safe. I can still punch it darker. And depending how dark you want it to be. I don't want it to be too dark. You know what I mean? Too dark, it becomes like I don't know what the word is. Dreary, too realistic. It starts going to I don't know what I'm trying to say. For me, it becomes overworked. Basically, it becomes overworked. I like that kind of watercolory, kind of soft look where you can still see, even though this is the shadow. Look how bright it is. The shadow isn't black. It's over here. You know what I mean? We have so much room left. We want to have a lot of room, and when we go into the lights, if I go to the lights, this is the brightest bright, but it's still there. It's not white. See? Nothing is quite white anywhere. If I wanted to, I can make it even brighter, but I don't want to hit that white. It's just, bam, like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, I guess, yeah, that's kind of cool. But it's, you know, it's for, again, if I go that bright, I can go even darker. If I go darker, I go brighter. It starts rendering it out more realistic again. But it's a slow progress, and you gotta feel it out. Depends on what you want. So yeah, I do stay kind of within this boundary, and I guess you would call me kind of a safe, soft kind of guy too. Like that's kind of my game plan. You can build from it, playing it safe. Oh, the 3 drunken moves. Closing Jet needs to do work. Yeah, I do need to do work. It's 11. Oh my goodness, it's so late. I woke up today at 7. Like, yeah, I'm gonna start early. Spent like 2 hours just looking at 2 hours looking at the drawings. Just like my brain's going crazy. It's going crazy. I'm gonna end this one there. I will continue rendering it out completely like that throughout, and I just went super advanced. This is where we started off with a very soft, kind of watercolory. But my main concern is basically the whites. They're everywhere. Like the brights, they're super bright everywhere, and right next to super darks. I would lay down one mid-tone or start again. Start again with the tones. Lay out the tones. Like don't pull the lights out like that. Like not until the very end. But again, it's up to you. If that's what you prefer, then that's what you prefer. Nice drawing, by the way. It's really cool. I think it's more graphic-y. Graphic-y, like would be for like like almost like graffiti art. Yeah. Well done. All right. So who's the winner? There's no winner. Everybody's a winner. Let's go to what about that? Okay, we have this. Oh yeah, it's on the other page. Okay. Let's switch out this way. Sorry, Mr. Show. Time goes. The show this time around been super sick. Yeah, man. I'm starting to feel it. It's okay. It's okay, buddy. You're here now. Um. Oh yeah, and also I thought it was funny how people made this a hole right here. I guess yeah, it can be a hole if you want to. If it didn't, then it's not. But I actually intended it to not be. It's actually part of. I should have put more like creases for the belt, but it's supposed to be like the under part. I mean the top part of this thing. So it's underneath and it lays like that. So yeah, that's that. So let's go through these and just look at how like what kind of category they fall under and how you can improve just by looking at the video because it applies to I think most of you guys. This would fall under the super contrast, like the last one we just did. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Number 1 is the soft. 2 is um number 2 was the spottiness. And number 3 was like high contrast, super whites against super darks. So that falls number 3. This one, a little bit of number 2 and 3. A lot of darks against the lights. But it's really spotty because there's a lot of transitions. This one, the thing about it, there's really no transitions. Like number 3's, 2's, these are transitions, but it's looking spotty. So yeah, this is super soft. Definitely could punch it. Super soft. Super sexy. This one again, number 3. Number 3, super high contrast. Just a lack of like midtones. Yeah, very little midtones. This one is an example of almost there, just almost there. Just again, number 2, kind of punchy, like spotty. And this number 2. This one. This is pretty good. This is getting there. Nice midtones. The darks are not too dark. Lights are not too bright. Pretty good. But I guess you could. This would fall under number 1. You can. I don't know. I think the values are nice. Maybe knock out some lights so that there are not so many lights. So I guess number 2. So like this shoulder light. I don't know if this would catch any light like that. So much light. So yeah. Again, number 2, punchy, like a lot of darks against the lights. And if you saw the last example, how I only if I were to do this kind of lighting, it would be just like around there or around there. It would be limited, very limited, like a small area. That's where these high kind of like transitions, quick transitions would happen. But right now it's just all over the place with the darks to the lights. I just did that. And this one, almost there. Again, this one's number 1. Like number 1, you would definitely punch out the cast shadows a bit. I don't see any hard like cast shadows. Like, I'm not gonna click another screen, but you get it. Like, use a darker value and just cut out the darks. But these are some nice midtones. The hair is a little flattening out. Want to take out that dark right here, and just follow the video like I showed you how I painted it. This one definitely there's a lack of shadows, so it's really soft, playing it safe. But that's the thing about this. You can still do so much more. It's not that you need to pull back. It's just you need to keep going. And I wanted to choose like yeah. Wait. Let's do the honorable mentions. Honorable mention by Lucky Charm. He's colored. I really like this, but still falls under number 1. But I just love how you done it. I just love it. It's not something I would do, or it could be. but you've done, yeah, it looks nice. I like how you painted in like the hairs coming out like that. But it falls under the one category still. It could definitely be punched up a little more. Keep going. Pull out the darks. Well job. Well job. Well job. Um, honorable mention number 2. This one, another crazy kind of very interesting, kind of unique take. Um, I just love how you're transitioning the lights. I just love it. It's yeah, it's looking really good. Um, also number 1, there's a lot of lights. I would like to see some cast shadows, some strong cast shadows, like lay flat shadow bow right there underneath that hair, just like I showed you in the other drawing, on drawings. Some right under here for the context shadows. See how you have a little bit going on right here in the cheek area, but none for the hair. So yeah, it looks like there's like this shape going right underneath that hair, but there's no cast shadows underneath. So yeah, keep going. Just one step. I mean, this is really cool. Like I love the colors you chose. Good job, good job. Now one is a little gray, a little glacy. Yeah. Oh shoot! I dropped my microphone. Sorry. Um, one more. Oh, what is this? Nah, that's crap. This one, yeah, yeah. This one's yeah, definitely cool. I think this is more graphic and like anime style. So you're jumping right back and forth into the lights and shadows, but you're doing your own thing, and I can tell that that's more of a stylistic thing. It's like where you're just jumping lights, dark lights, dark lights, dark. I'm using whites for the lights. It's cool. So I ask you guys to be creative, do whatever you want, do whatever you want, but definitely for your forms, you can still round off some forms right here. Like everything's flattened by the way you're lighting it. See how this area right here is the light. It goes into to the edge. From this brightest light is the same colors all the way up to the edge. I would round it off just by adding some of this darker tones right on the edge, like this, right on the edge. Okay, unless you're doing super strong rim lighting, it wouldn't be like that. So like if you were to use like a really like a bright value, like yellow, red, or whatever color you want to choose, you could use like just really strong hard edge brush and just go right on the edge, like you did here on the left side. Yeah, that's where I would see it going to the edge. But for this, it's a soft tone and it's rounding off, so you want to do that. And the same with the chest, it's rounding off, but you're hitting this light all the way to the edge. This light all the way to the edge. These lights are hitting the edge, so everything looks super flat there. And it's getting a little bit like number 2. A little bit like number 2, meaning a lot of what's the word? It jumps into the shadows. Yeah, kind of contrasty. So pull back those shadows a bit. Like these shadows are great, but going right here, they're almost like drawing, like I said, a black line around your lips for lipstick, like or stenciling it. You want to stencil it. Like because our bodies, it's like drawing muscles on our body with markers. You don't want to draw forms with lines. You want to draw forms with value and shade. Lines are just there to help guide us. This is funny. Green pants because Dennis hates that color. Good forms, by the way. Nice values. Nice values. This one, another one. Another one. Almost there. A little spotty, number 2, but you're almost there. So these are the honorable mentions. Good job, you guys. This one a little spotty too. But that's not to say that they don't, they still can be improved. So Good job, you guys. The winners. Well, I guess everybody's a winner, right? You guys might get to be on the show. Number one, we'll pick out the person who let's see, go back here. And the person I feel like kind of captured the forms nicely and everything just seems working well is oops. I'm sorry, I had it pulled up. What happened to it? No. Sorry, forget your hopes up by clicking on them. Let me just say now, it's not one that I've shown before. Ah, I remember now. The winner of the contest for this week is Nybuff. Nybuff, I think you've captured the technique very well using the video from the video. So I don't think like it's particularly better than any other people. It's just I just like the look and feel of it. I like the look and feels of all of them. Like not all of them. I mean the honorable mentions is the ones that I like for looks and feels, but out of them I just picked this one basically. So I don't know. Just my opinion. So congratulations, buddy. I will send you a message and you can decide what you want me to draw. I think that was the deal. So congratulations, Mr. Nybuff. Yeah, so I like how you did 3 different shading like that. So don't think like the more you do the better, but you're very consistent with showing like the forms. They're very flat graphic-y, like you're using flat graphic-y, not really rounding off the things. But I think that's really important to show that you understand how the forms wrap around and stuff, and you're not using like super strong darks and stuff. And you can still, like number ones, punch it up a little bit. Meaning you can add the darks of the darks, like the so within these darks there you can add the cast shadows. I would pull back on the blurs. They seem kind of, that's a little punchy, meaning spotty, like they're super blurry everywhere. Like be a little more subtle with it. Okay, and I would put less blurry around the focus area. So like if this is the eye, the focus area is the face. I would keep this area a little clear from the focus, little from the blur, and yeah. So good job, buddy. As for the random person, I guess that's you. I'm not even gonna click away. That's you, Frost Bites. All right. Frost Bites. Wait. Frost Bites. Just how about this? Because you don't have anything on your page. I will take your drawing to the next step and complete it. I have to choose a different person because I said I'm gonna redraw a character for. Oh no. Yeah, redraw and then critique a person. So I think you're doing really good. Mr. Beast, Alex Lins. How about you? All right. Let's Yeah, let's do a redraw of one of your characters. How about that? Unless you're doing a bunch of fan art. Let's see here. Yeah, so I will message you and I'll do a redraw of something that you're doing. And it's kind of a critique, I guess. So yeah. Alex Ins and Frostbites, good job. Congratulations. Thanks everybody for participating. I'm really tired. I want to go back to sleep. I need to get to work. Hopefully that was a good show for you guys. It was for me, I don't know. It's kind of crazy. Um, 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 um. So yeah, so for this, we'll do this again. It could be a little different next time. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a rough sketch, and you guys are gonna ink the drawing. Um, yeah, we'll do that probably 2 weeks from now. 2, 3 weeks from now. This was really, really difficult. Like really difficult, you guys. I've never done anything like this, and I woke up this morning super early, trying to get started early, and I've never spent so much time just preparing. Like, could you imagine like looking through all the drawings and like, how can I talk about this, or what can I fix, or like, okay, what, just trying to figure out how to approach it. You know what I mean? It's just insane. So thanks so much, you guys, for participating. I'm really, really happy you guys joined in and submitted all that stuff, and I think everybody's a winner who participated. Got a little bit of something out of it, because now you can see, hey, what did my drawing fall under, and how can I improve it? Maybe the videos helped you, maybe it didn't. Who knows? So, all right. I think that's about it. And I'm gonna let you guys comment. Okay, so if you guys have any last comments, questions, please put them in, because I have to get these screens ready for quitting or stopping, for ending. So I can say put a piece on cue. There you are. Congratulations, you guys, on the winners of the contest. Even though you guys are all winners, congratulations to you random folks who I picked out. Yeah, because I think definitely it wouldn't make any sense to pick, and another thing I noticed, I was kind of hesitant on picking you, Alex Lins, because you're pretty good. You're pretty good, and I want to help you guys out. Like, I want to give out, like for example, I don't want to make it so that, like, oh, I have to draw the best in order to win a drawing from Jet. I just want to draw something and hopefully win. Like, what if you're not very good? You know what I mean? You're just starting off. Yeah, I want to give you the opportunity to get something as a reward, and for that, I would choose a random person, and that's the person I would do the redraw for. And if I were to do a redraw for you, um, I think, no, I'm not going to take it back. Definitely not. What I'll do for you is, I'll do a sketch for you, Alex Lenz. Okay, I'm gonna do a line sketch for you, but I'm gonna pick somebody else who I feel, maybe can use the help. So let's pick another random person. Let's click this one. Hey, there you go. I think you're really good too. You're really good too. But I think we'll go with you, okay? That's it. That's how it works. It's random. So next time, you could be the winner just by random pick. So there's the winner for the best work submission. There's the winner for just a random pick. I might choose two of you guys like I did today. And there's also the winners because I guess because I did the redraws over. I wanted to do 5, but I can only get 3 in because it takes forever to talk about everything. Alright, I'll let you guys go. Take care. Good luck. how long I've been digitally drawing since I was about 20, 23, 22. I picked it up really quickly when I was about 17, but then I put it down because I didn't know how to download a driver. So I thought the digital pad was broken, so I put it away until I went to art school and I was like, I need to learn this because I don't want to have to spend so much money using a bunch of traditional materials. Okay, thanks a lot again, you guys. Look for my message in your inbox on DeviantArt U3 that I picked up. Okay, and that's it. All right, take care. But up, peace.